His opponent, Bluth. 2-2-2. $1,000 to the winner. Salvino kicks them around and starts this second game with a strike.
Well, that's the kind of hit that Carmen's noted for. Very effective ball, light, pins scramble all over. We'll see a few more of those.
Ray-Bluth, as he mentioned, trying to keep the ball straight, the tighter line, the frozen rope, as Bill Bunetta says. Not too much hook. Be careful. Too high.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this.
I noticed that Ray actually moved his feet 2 boards to the left starting this game, hoping to hold the ball, I imagine, just a little bit tighter yet. That was tight enough.
Well, Ray came back showing very little facial reaction to that until he got back to the ball rack, and then he gave Carmen a cute little smile. Well, this is a repeat of the first game up to now. Bluth for the double over the holes. There, carries. That's 2.
Well, that's the whole trick in a 3-game match. When you get a little break like Ray got on 24, you've got to take advantage of it.
Well, they say that's the mark of the great champion. Take advantage of every break. You just don't get that many.
Oops.
Oh, no. And he was outside of the ball track entirely and finally kicked the 7 down and has nothing but the 1-5. And I don't ever remember seeing this before on championship bowling. The 1 and the 5.
That's a very unusual leave. Carmen was so far ahead of that ball that he didn't have any chance at all to pull it through on his line.
All the pins out but center 2. He's got it. The head pin and the king pin. The 1-5. Carmen moves left, not getting his double. This is a reverse of the first game. Carmen started with 2. And Bluth could not get the double. But in the 10th frame, it read Bluth 222 and Salvino with 3 straight open frames, 164. He had an open frame in the 10th. 4 open frames overall.
Well, one of the oldest tips in bowling, Fred, is roll your second ball first. That is, when you're trying to put so-called stuff on a ball, sometimes your timing's affected. And I noticed Carmen in the last frame in that 1-5 rolled the ball beautifully. And here again, he had a little hesitation.
Covering the 2-5, as the AMF Sparemaker indicated, the ball between the 2 pins. If you hit as many pins as you can with a ball, you're going to make most of your spares. Bluth on 2 goes for 3. No bonus money yet this week. $250 for 5 in a row. He got enough of that pocket to make it number 3. 5 strikes in a row in any one game. Starts the $250 bonus, $50 additional for each additional strike. For Bluth, pinfall, very important. He has quite a comfortable lead on his opponent, Salvino. But it's total pins that'll decide which 2 of our field will qualify for Championship Bowling's World Series. In the 4th, 4-4, look out. 4-9.
Well, he had that 4-pin leaning in the right direction, Fred. Maybe if it had fallen, he would have carried it as he did before in the first game. That was a pretty good ball.
Well, he almost left the 4-9 in the first game, but actually kicked the 4, and the 4 fell right at the 9, and he came out with a strike. Thought he might do the same thing. Let's watch this shot. Hitting the 4-pin. Left. Thin. Misses them both. Loses pins and counts. So Salvino moves in on the right side as Bluth now settles for 84 in the 4th. 30, 58, 76, 84. 4-pin.
Well, that ball was very close to being what Carmen wanted, I'm sure. He looked pretty pleased at the delivery point. When he came back, his head was down a little bit, but if he continues to roll as he did that ball, he should snap out of it.
No mistake this time. Carmen went past the 4-pin earlier in this match. He called that his popcorn ball. Both these boys are former winners, former champions of championship bowling. Quite a title to win. Look out. Well, we've got him coming wide open on the right side. Bluth with a 4-9, and now Salvino with a 6-7.
Well, this is a beautiful conversion, Fred. As the spare maker indicates, you can make this by getting the ball to the right of the 6-pin, sliding it over. It's a beautiful shot. And almost.
Salvino with his first open frame of this, the second game, 83 in the 5th. Bluth with a fill here can add about 20 pins to his margin. He had 58 pins to work on at the end of the first game. Ray-Bluth from St. Louis. They call him the Blooper. Solid 10. So Bluth, who carried 3, left to 4-9, now the 10. 5 balls in the pocket.
Well, he gave that ball good fingers, as we call it, Fred. Looked like followed through right over his right shoulder area. Good fingers. The ball came back strong. There's the 10-pin. And you have to learn how to make it.
At the end of 5 here in the second game, we are halfway. It's Bluth, 84 with a spare. Salvino is open with 83. Ray-Bluth now, here on the left side, in Akron, Ohio, at the Firestone Bowlerama Championship Bowling. 6th frame, second game. 4-9 leaves nothing but the 7. Looked possibly like a 4-9 hit, but it was a little tighter than that, I believe.
This was, and kind of held back with this lift. There's a certain thing that Ray-Bluth does. He follows through a little bit more to the right when he wants to hold back a little. Almost tripped it.
The cover in the 6th for Bluth. Salvino, twice winner of the PBA Best Actor Award. Which is always a lot of fun for everybody. The 4-pin. Salvino still fighting down there. The pins are moving. Boy, his ball really moves there on the right side.
Yes, it does. There's Carmen has one of the most powerful balls in the PBA circuit, and his acting is pretty important to him, although he is a good performer. He's serious about his bowling game, a lot more scientific than you may imagine.
Salvino with the cover, so at the end of 6, Bluth 103 spare, Salvino 83 spare. Bluth leading in the second game by 20 pins. His overall margin is now 78 pins. 1-2-8. Carmen shakes his head.
He released that ball right on a downswing. Didn't have a chance to lift it up at all. Ball skidded all the way almost. That's what makes even the spare conversion tough, because if you think about that and hang on a little bit longer, it's so easy to pull. 1-2-8, where the spare maker indicates exactly where he hit.
Very fine shot. Salvino covering in the 7th. That gives Carmen 100 in the 6th, spare in the 7th. Ray-Bluth works on a spare in the 6th, trying to get another string started in the 7th frame of the second game. Too high. So Bluth unable to get that string started. The 6-10.
He's a very deliberate bowler, and sometimes it may appear that he's always pushing a little bit, but actually Ray is well aware of what he's doing. Nice easy push away. Way over the foul line. Good follow through.
Ball between the 6 and the 10. Carmen isn't confused. Carmen getting up on the wrong lane, and actually Bluth is over there in the 8th. Bluth out in front in this, the second game of 3. The margin is 21 pins. Nice turn and lift. This time there. Beautiful ball. So Bluth getting into position. Still has a chance for bonus money. He's got to go all the way.
Well, Ray really strapped that one. You could see those fingers closed tightly.
Oh, Carmen's moved inside. Inside, and he kicks one around. Beautiful ball. Made a move, what, about 6 boards left, Bill?
About 6 boards. That is Carmen, or probably is his perspective anyway. Carmen likes to circle the ball, a little bit of belly out to the right, back in. And he's probably a little bit more comfortable in there than he was trying to hold the ball on the line. Let's see what he does.
Same angle. Well, there's a double. That ought to make him happy. So Salvino's still in potential bonus money. Both boys have got to go all the way for bonus money. We haven't had any this week. Is Bluth on the right, a 222 opener. Bluth sitting on a 230 game. Come on, Ray. Turn that ball. There we are. He goes into that 10th frame now on a double. Salvino is on a double. Whether you rack up strikes every time like these pros do, believe me, it's a great sport. It's a barrel of fun. Try bowling. You can take my word for it. Arrange to go bowling real soon with your family, your friends. Look in the yellow pages. There's a bowling center in your neighborhood. And find out why we say bowling makes you feel like you'd like to. In the 10th, Bluth on 2. First one. 4 pins stops him. No way.
He tried to jam that one all the way. Of course, that's the way to play that lane in his estimation. We're watching carefully in practice, and he had the feeling that he wanted to roll the ball end over end, which he is doing, as indicated by the thump, thump, thump.
4-pin cover. The count will give Bluth 210. That'll give him 432 going in. It's the World Series of Bowling with an $18,000 added purse for the top 2 scorers in their 2 appearances, with Dick Weber and Billy Hardwick added to the field. There's the one he wanted. Look at that. So Carmen taking full advantage of that cave-in in the 9th. That gives him 3. He needs 2 more for $250. Carmen demonstrating that big turn he gave that one. He has moved way left here on the right side. He might have waited too long to make this move if this is the line that's working.
That's what we call a Hollywood ball. Little show ball.
Hollywood. Yes, sir. One more, $250. Let's see if he can keep this one away from the nose. Carmen looking at the scoreboard, and he says, now I'm starting to get nervous. $250. I think if he stays off the nose, he'll get it, Bill.
Yeah, depending on that light scrambler, he's got a chance.
Out it goes. Here it comes. He's there, and he carries. And that's 5 in a row, going all the way for $210 and a $250 bonus. Carmen Salvino. Carmen, you must be happy.
I dropped it.
You dropped it.
I said, I'm going to hold this one loose.
Well, you held it loose, but look at the action there on those 3 strikes in the 10th. Carmen, you have made quite a change here on the right side, haven't you?